Vegan, Road to Heaven.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Meatless Monday is now in over 30 countries around the world. I've met organizers from South Africa to Israel and Jamaica, as well as France. All of these people around the world who are trying to encourage people to eat meat-free just one day a week.
Continue watching to find out more.
Androchara means good day in Malagasy. Virtuous viewers, I'm Eric. The friendly people of the Republic of Madagascar, the world's second largest island country, are grateful to you for your love for every being on earth. May God bless you. Light-hearted viewers, welcome to part 2 of our 4-part series, Going Meatless with Kristie Middleton, vegan, transforming the way you eat and live. Kristie is the Vice President of Business Development at Rebellious Foods, a vegan company producing delicious plant-based chicken. Prior to joining Rebellious, Kristie was the Senior Food Policy Director at the Humane Society of the United States, where she and her team collaborated with numerous school boards, universities, colleges, and hospitals, helping them integrate more plant-based dishes into their menus. On today's program, Kristie shares how she and her team successfully worked together with these institutions.
Our role in these programs was basically everything except for preparing the food ourselves. So we would conceptualize what the program could look like. We would provide the education behind why they should add such plant-based options to their menus. A lot of the time in schools, the directors or the dietitians were on board. But there are lots of people who are involved in the process. There are cooks in the kitchen. There are people working in purchasing whose jobs would be affected by making these changes. And so we would host seminars where we would encourage them to get all of their staff to come to these trainings. They could just be short hour-long seminars where we would share the benefits, whether it was to their guests' health, to the environment, to animals, or even for them to be able to bring in additional revenue because they would be bringing in customers who may not otherwise dine with them. And then we would show them how easy it was. We would do quick cooking demonstrations or using what we call speed scratch recipes where you're essentially opening cans of food, for example, maybe a bean burrito or something else that was super fast and easy to make that it would demonstrate that we're not requiring or we're not requesting them to make tremendous changes to what they were doing, but just by swapping out one ingredient with another, they could offer a delicious plant-based option.
Introducing more vegan options into schools in the US has an enormous impact because approximately 30 million meals are served every single day across the nation under the National School Lunch Program. Kristie explains how her team approached this significant undertaking.
A lot of school districts and universities operate on what they call cycle menus, where they essentially repeat the same options over the course of a few weeks. And it's infrequent enough that their guests don't really notice, but it's frequent enough that they don't have to do a ton of work. So we would create sample cycle menus showing what they might be able to put on their menus to integrate a Meatless Monday or other plant-based options. Or we hired registered dietitians who could develop recipes that would seamlessly use existing ingredients in their kitchens to make some of their meat options plant-based and make them just as delicious, and their guests wouldn't even know or care that they happen to be plant-based.
At first, some of the school boards, colleges, and the universities were hesitant to introduce vegan options as they were concerned about the students' reaction. However, by selecting plant-based dishes similar to students' favorite foods, the outcome proved to be highly successful.
Surprisingly, the students really didn't notice a lot of the time when there was a difference because the schools were adding options to their menus like bean and rice burritos, things that were really familiar favorite foods, or they might do a stir fry with noodles and vegetables. So these were familiar foods that students loved already, but they just happened to be plant-based. However, when schools did add new menu items, a lot of the time they would do taste testings with students, and almost universally, they really enjoyed the foods that they were eating. And, I heard from a lot of nutrition service directors over the years who said that a lot of the time we don't give students the benefit of the doubt. We assume that they're not going to eat certain things because we think, well, kids are picky eaters. But they're so easy to influence that when you do think, well, they're going to like this, and you have positive things to say about it, and they hear from their fellow students that they enjoy it, then they really can be adventurous. A lot of the time, the kids are willing to try out new foods. You just have to give them the opportunity to say, yes, I did like this. No, I didn't like this. And then add the things that are universally popular.
All this talk of food is making us hungry. We will take a moment to enjoy a delicious vegan burger with the works. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television.
Be a hero. Be vegan. Save the world.
Elegant viewers, welcome back to our program. Dozens of cities in the US, including San Francisco, Los Angeles, New York City, and Washington, D.C., are encouraging the plant-based lifestyle through resolutions for Meatless Monday.
The drive to get Meatless Monday resolutions passed across the country was spearheaded from an array of different organizations and even individuals. Most cities, if you work with your city council or you reach out to even the mayor sometimes, if you have a well thought out plan and you provide them with the basis of information that they need, you can offer these resolutions. And they're a good way to get the word out to citizens that the city is in support of an initiative that's better for their public's health, that's better for the environment, and even better for business. One of the recommendations in a lot of the resolutions is that restaurants serve more plant-based options on Mondays. Mondays are historically slow days in the restaurant industry because people go out on the weekends and they decide that either they're going to eat leftovers on Mondays or they're going to stay home and cook. But Meatless Monday is a great business incentivization. And so a lot of the resolutions encouraged restaurants to offer specials or meat-free options on Mondays.
The support for Meatless Monday is growing rapidly. Many other countries around the globe are joining the campaign.
Meatless Monday is now in over 30 countries around the world, so it could be called something a little bit different. There are countries that are calling it Green Monday, for example, in Hong Kong, where meatless didn't necessarily make sense as a literal translation. They decided to call it Green Monday because there was such a big environmental movement, and that's become a very big phenomenon in Hong Kong. In other parts of the world, I've met organizers from South Africa to Israel and Jamaica, as well as France. All of these people around the world who are trying to encourage people to eat meat-free just one day a week.
Kristie believes that Meatless Monday provides a good stepping stone and helps people shift towards the compassionate, noble vegan lifestyle.
I personally am meatless every day. I'm totally vegan, and I would love to see everyone do that. At the same time, I recognize that not everybody is ready to go totally meatless every day, and so I want to encourage and applaud the steps that people take to eat less meat, whether it's just one day a week or every day.
Kristie believes that the media plays an essential role in expanding veganism. In fact, the success of Meatless Monday is largely due to media support.
It's incredibly important to get support from the media to get information out to the world about the success of these programs. The popularity of programs like Meatless Monday really have taken off because of the positive media portrayal, because media outlets, newspapers, television networks have been featuring guests to do cooking demonstrations or have just been talking about the growth in popularity. And so it's moved really from the fringes to the mainstream because increasingly mainstream and even niche media have been reporting on the popularity of programs like Meatless Monday.
Supreme Master Ching Hai frequently speaks about the essential role of the media in promoting the noble, compassionate, health-saving vegan lifestyle, especially during this critical time for our planet.
The media has a very important role in our society. Everybody knows that. The printed words are very powerful. So the media is a useful tool to awaken one another at this crucial time, a time when our planet and the lives on it are in danger. That's why I'm so glad to see many television and radio channels starting to broadcast about the urgent situation of our planet and even the solution of the vegan diet, which is the switch, that we have to make. Very small change. A piece of meat out, vegan protein in. That's it, just a small change. Everyone can afford. And it's cheaper, healthier. So the media helps a lot to point people in the direction of the solution. In fact, the most urgent role of the media right now is to become vegan themselves, compassionate, noble, and doing good deeds, and to inform people of this urgent action. There should be an example, the media.
Thank you, Supreme Master Ching Hai, for this vital advice about the critical importance of the vegan lifestyle. We too pray that all people quickly transition to the compassionate vegan lifestyle. Our gratitude and sincere appreciation goes out to Kristie Middleton for your positive, uplifting, and dedicated work in promoting the meatless lifestyle, and we wish you continued success. For more information about Kristie Middleton, please visit kristiemiddleton.com. Precious viewers, thank you for your company today. Please join us again next week on Thursday, July 8th for part 3 of this series. Coming up next is Buddhist Stories, the 100-headed fish, the peaceful heaven beings dates, and the Triastream Heaven gatherings. Part 4 of 8 on Between Master and Disciples right after noteworthy news. May you feel loved, guided, and protected by the divine.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/VE.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/VE.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule и suprememastertv.com/VE.
Манай нэвтрүүлгүүд олон хэлээр гардаг. Зочлох хаяг suprememastertv.com/schedule болон suprememastertv.com/VE.
Vegan Leader, a precious gift for the world.